The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Well, we're pro law enforcement here on this show. Always have been. Except, sometimes there are bad apples. There's a bad apple in Florida we got to tell you about. But not bad dangerous, but bad funny.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Police officer that's done something. So get to that in a few minutes.
Kim Kardashian went on social media yesterday and asked the governor of California to start paying the incarcerated firefighters more than they're getting. I didn't even realize that was a thing.
I didn't either.
They pay incarcerated firefighters, she says, $1 an hour. And she said that's far too low to be risking their lives. It should be up to at least $5 an hour. That dollar rate has been the same since 1984 or something. But my mind was blown. I just didn't know that was a thing, that they use incarcerated firefighters.
Then you obviously need to be watching the show Fire Country on CBS, because that's what it's about.
Yeah, I tried watching that.
It's terrible.
It was awful. I said, TJ, you're watching this show. I was like, I'll give it a shot. It was up on my TV. I went, this is horrible.
But it's a drama, and we were watching it for comedic effect.
Yeah, it is. It is funny.
But that's what it's all about.
Really?
Terrible actors, or are they real incarcerated firefighters?
No, it's just kind of an overly dramatic kind of show, and it's not edgy in any way. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
But that's what they do. But if Kim Kardashian wants to pay them more, she can.
Sure can.
Yeah.
She can pay them hundreds of dollars an hour if she wants.
She said, I'm urging the governor to do what no governor has done in 4 decades and raise the pay to a rate that honors a human.
That's really what you need to be worried about in this situation at this moment. That's the part of the fire department and the government officials' behavior and all that you really need to be focused on.
Right.
The entire area is burning to the ground because of mismanaged policies and all of that. But Kim Kardashian's worried about the criminals and getting more an hour to fight the fire.
And the first time I read that on my social media yesterday, and I thought, oh, that's nice. And then I thought, wait a second. They're incarcerated for a reason. I mean, are we just going to start paying them big? I mean, they're.
But I think they get they can knock time off their sentences. That's the way it is in fire country. You can knock time off of your sentence if you do well as a firefighter and all of that. So
they're getting rewarded. I mean,
y'all ever notice what her obsession is? This obsession Kim Kardashian has with an inmate. Like just the inmate in general.
It's her whole thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a burning desire for her, I think.
Yeah.
She's obsessed with inmates.
it's something.
She fantasizes about them, I bet.
Yeah. Another reality TV star is in the news, Chase Chrisley. He was accused of slapping the bar manager at a Twin Peaks in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, what a headline.
Yeah.
You did what?
Do you want to make news when you're at a Twin Peaks? I mean,
just keep your head down and shut up and enjoy the ice cold beer.
Yeah.
Why would Chase be slapping a barman?
Who knows? Who knows? They said I believe they accused him of being intoxicated, asked him to leave, and then some sort of altercation broke out, and he slapped the bar manager.
I could see that, I think.
Kind of,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
He comes from a family of criminals. That's what do you expect?
Yeah.
So kind of an interesting story there. And then today's National Rubber Ducky Day. So I know all you Jeepers out there are just loving it. Put up all those rubber duckies on your dashboard. How do you spoil your pet? Coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Every weekday, the Extra Funny podcast is available at tjriggins.com. It's uncensored and, well, extra funny. Extra Funny is sponsored by Eric Javits. Find your next great hat at Eric Javits. Get 20% off your order today by going to tjriggins.com/deals. That's tjriggins.com/deals. Then use promo code TJ at checkout.
Hey Charlotte, ready to enjoy a chef-prepared meal using delicious seasonal ingredients without ever having to leave your home? Table and Twine is the answer. Have a world-class dining experience without ever leaving your house. Learn more at tjriggins.com/tableandtwine.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So I mentioned this during a podcast last week or something. I bought my dog another dog bed, even though he doesn't like dog beds, but they diagnosed him with osteoarthritis, the early signs of arthritis, which, I don't know, he seems to have gotten over it just fine because we went on a 7-mile walk yesterday. He seemed just fine with it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be bothering him as much, I'll say that. And I remind him of it all the time.
But it's early.
It's early.
It's early. Early stages.
See some thickening of the joints. I go, look at me. I mean, who talking about thickening of the joints? Look at me. So yeah, I bought him this new the dog bed. He still doesn't like it, so I got to return it to Amazon. The problem is it comes rolled up and packed in a box, so you can't get that back in the box. So I'm gonna have to go into like a Marshall's or wherever you can return Amazon products and just like bring this huge dog bed in there. Like
Was it like vacuum sealed?
Yeah, it's vacuum sealed and it expanded and stuff like that. But I'm guilty. I spoil my dog, no doubt about it. But I enjoy doing it. Mm-hmm. And TJ, he talks a tough game. But I remember when you had a dog, you were spoiling your dog.
Yeah.
You were spoiling your dog.
How so? With all the expensive food and
the expensive food. I remember having to feed him when you guys were out of town, and it was 1 cup of this and open a can of
green beans
and add it to and then mix it and then maybe add a little water to soften up the kibble so it's more palatable.
Yeah.
So you did.
But that
you
was
spoiled him.
That was to save money on dog food and because he was too fat. And it's different because I was having to do that kind of stuff, you know, from my kids being little and having a dog.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would have let him scratch all the time up against the side of the couch. So he's got allergies. We got to pay $300 a bag for his food. He had allergies. Oh, let him rub on the couch.
Oh, I loved him so much.
He's a good dog.
I tried to pick him up one time when I was a little.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, little saucy. I tried to pick up a 105-pound dog.
A little saucy.
Yeah.
And I know she's not innocent. She spoiled her dogs. I mean, beyond belief.
Oh, listen, I loved my dogs more than anyone in my household right now.
Yeah. What was like a crazy thing you did to spoil your pets?
Oh, I mean, well, I saved their lives for $10,000 in one vet visit. So that was something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. They removed all my dog's teeth.
$10,000.
Done that.
Yeah.
$10,000. Yeah.
So at TJ Riggins Show, how do you spoil your pets? It doesn't have to be a dog, but I feel like more people with dogs spoil their animals. But Christy posted a picture of her German Shepherd. She says, my girls have their own bank account.
Okay, that's extreme.
They have cushy beds in the house and they get treats every day. And they have 3 acres and a pond to play in.
Bank account? Like they can go
No, they don't have
swipe it?
What do you mean? They've got a separate account just for dog costs.
But until they can balance a checkbook in their account or go to the bank or talk to the bank and say, I need to put this in here and move that out of there and whatever, it's not their bank. It's a bank account for their extremes, their expenses.
Yeah.
But it's not their bank.
Yeah.
Tracy said, my cat has his own bedroom complete with an upholstered chair to scratch and a perch to look out of his window. And when what he does in his room is his own business. No one else is allowed in there. The dogs get an unlimited amount of collagen chews as well. So she's given a whole room in her house to her cat.
Love it.
Yeah. A lot of these type things are ways for adults to play with dolls.
Oh, no.
It's just, it's an adult version of playing with dolls.
That's ours.
I'm kidding, of course. No, I'm not.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
If you live in the Charlotte area and you need furniture, then you need Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. We love them, and you will too. So go to tjriggins.com/sweetdreams for Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Yes, after a long hiatus for the holidays, there will be a new edition of TJ and Jody's House, the podcast, up today at around noon Eastern. It is sponsored by Cozy Earth. You can get my luxurious bubble cuddle blanket from Cozy Earth and save a lot. 41% off the blanket or anything else at Cozy Earth when you go to tjriggins.com/deals and use the promo code TJ. Don't settle for knockoffs, as Lindsay's mom will tell you.
I'll tell you. Those have holes in
She
them.
will. So there is a deputy sheriff in Florida, and he has gotten into some trouble, and I think he may be on his way out of a job. He accidentally rammed into the back of a citizen in traffic in his patrol vehicle. And he said at first that it was because the brakes locked up on him or something. And then he said, no, it wasn't the brakes. I was scrolling on my phone, looking at a group text thing from other officers. And then he finally, according to the story, said, well, it was my phone and I was looking at adult material and I accidentally ran into the back of someone. So that's breaking several of the laws, the rules of police officering.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Man, that's really bad. And you caused an accident because of it. It's just like the worst set of circumstances.
Yeah, you actually rear-ended somebody. Yeah, because you were looking at that adult material.
And who watches that while they're driving? I mean, honestly.
I don't know. It's a crazy thing. And it was like a young woman too, I think. Yeah, I heard in it's like that makes it even worse for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't think she knew at the time what happened. No. But she probably read the news.
Sure.
She's like, oh my God.
What? Yeah.
But here's the thing. Do we really want that person being in law enforcement?
No.
I don't think so. And strictly not because of the obvious reasons of breaking the law, the rules of police officer and all that. But if you're not smarter than that, then you don't really need to be, deputying out there, because you're wearing a body cam. You know that everything in that police cruiser is monitored and everything in there is traceable. I mean, it's just you're under constant watch while you're on duty, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's crazy.
We don't want that idiot out in the streets.
Yeah. Is he going to jail for that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you go to jail, but it's kind of hard to, stay on the force.
Yeah. You can't do that. Come on now. That's easy. I would rule on that in about 2 seconds. Yeah. No, you can't be a police officer anymore.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
Right, and that's the thing. I just think intelligence, decision making comes into play here. And if you're that dumb, then either you've got some sort of a problem along the lines of an addiction. Not, some people, the jury's still out as to whether that can be an addiction or not. But something is hurting you intellectually.
Yeah,
that would keep you from being a top-notch deputy.
100%.
Yeah, you're not firing on all cylinders.
No. Yeah, and it's not like you just have to be a DJ,
Yeah, right.
Anybody could do that.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am telling you what, if you haven't seen Jewelers on Main in Mooresville, you're really missing out. Beautiful, beautiful pieces with jewelry repair done in-house You can even design your own piece of jewelry. You're going to love them. Jewelers on Main in downtown Mooresville.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Did you know you can add the homepage to your phone's home screen? It's easy. Check out the instructions at the top, and it only has to be done once. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
When it comes to football, I know where I'm headed. Wild Wing Cafe. They've got hot wings, cold beer, and football on all the big screens. It's the best place to catch every play, enjoy some killer wings, and ice-cold drinks. See you at Wild Wing Cafe, your game day headquarters.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
You know, I don't like to complain about things, especially things in our society, in our culture. I'm the last person that wants to come around getting on a soapbox complaining about things, right? Y'all know that, right?
Okay.
Sure.
Don't y'all know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody knows that. But I have made an observation. Okay. Do y'all know anybody who enjoys the work of a mime? Or do most people not like mime entertainment?
I don't know one person that likes a mime.
Yeah, I don't either.
Not even the work, just the mime itself, like the person.
Now, there is something that goes on the social media that I think is the modern day version of a terrible mime routine. And that is when a person posts something that another person has posted, and they call it duetting it, right, Riggins? Where they have where you're on one side of the screen, and then the other person with the original video is on the other side.
Yeah, on Instagram it's a duet.
Right. So the person that reposts that and then just sits there and doesn't say anything and points, if it's over their head, just starts pointing to this and making expressions or pointing to the side, like, listen to this. Okay, first of all, the screen that I'm looking at is tiny. You don't have to point and tell me where to look to where the sound's coming from.
Right.
They don't say a word. They just sit there and make faces. Like if the person says something they agree with, then they'll go, but don't make the sound. I'm just doing that for the radio. But and then point again like, yep. That is the modern day version of a mime performance, and a bad one at that.
Terrible.
Yeah, mime, you got to kind of study something and learn how to do it at least.
And you're just stealing somebody else's material.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what are you trying to get across? I mean, you just repost the video if that's the case. Do you have to get yourself going?
Yeah, because this gets you lazily in it as if you are involved in the creativity of it and all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is so great. Then obviously you who are beneath me, I need to show you what this is all about. And then to show my approval and pretend like I've got something to do with it, I'm going to sit here and nod my head like an idiot and point
I hate it too.
to other parts of the screen.
I just scroll through. I can't even watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes those duetted videos will get more views than the original video itself. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazy.
What it is.
And those expressions they make are just, just, I'm making all kinds of faces. But I know if you're just listening to the audio of this, then it's not doing you any good. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Ugh.
I've seen duetted videos that then get duetted. Like they'll just put themselves over the person that originally, and then you're like 4 layers deep in a video and you're like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
Who am I looking at right
Yeah, it's like you saved it on your phone and then you added it's crazy. People are nuts.
Yeah, and then now the even more lazy ones are just taking a still picture of themselves and putting it on the screen. They're not even going about making the faces or pointing or anything. They just put their face right up there on the screen with them and as a still shot.
Yeah. And reaction videos can be good if you've got like a hot take on what's going on. That can be compelling content, but just to point and not give anything extra is lame.
But that's just a look into the pain that is an old man trying to make sense of social media.
Yeah.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time, go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
There's a lady that has done something extreme to make her body look better. But the more extreme thing is what she's going to do with the leftover parts of her body.
Oh.
Wait until you hear this. It's going to freak you out. Coming up in just a few minutes.
That's exciting. Jeff Bezos' rocket company has called off their next launch. Problem with the rocket. So Jeff Bezos, even the guy from Amazon, makes mistakes every once in a while. He's no Elon Musk.
No, he's not.
I'll give him that. So yeah, a lot of people trying to launch rockets into space, and other people say, why are you worried about space so much? We got problems here. Why are you trying to figure out what's going on? And some people say it's even it's not Christian-like to start exploring other planets and things like that.
Yeah, I'm hearing some of that as well.
I don't know
but
that.
I'm just so turned off by the topic of space and aliens and all of that stuff.
You hate space.
It's so hard for me to, and I know I'm going to have to join the conversation at some point. I need to start learning about it, but
They don't.
I just hate anything about space and aliens.
Yeah.
Why would you think you need to start learning about it? What's the point of
Because it's
that?
becoming more mainstream.
Okay.
And the more people get away from the Lord, the more people start believing that we're living with Martians among us and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to travel off Earth, but it's only to heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Another planet. Today's National Clean Off Your Desk Day, so I know Tech D Rob probably has a heavy day ahead of him. He's got some messes in his world, for sure. So National Clean Off Your Desk Day. Go do that. Remember we showed that trailer of the Robbie Williams movie where he was going to be portrayed by a monkey? And we all looked at this trailer on the air and we thought, this is the craziest movie I've ever seen. It's called Better Man. Well, it flopped over the weekend. It made $1 million, even though it costs $100 million to make. So you made $1 million back on a $100 million investment?
So they made a movie about where an ape plays the part of a rock star, and they spent $100 million on it.
That's sad.
$100 million.
Because isn't the ape just supposed to be Robbie, whatever his name is?
Yeah, Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams. It's a story about his life, but he chose to have his part played by an ape.
Correct. Yeah, it's loosely based on his story. Robbie Williams, big pop star in the UK.
$100 million.
And they thought they would get their money back on that? That's sad.
Who was like, I'm cut the check. Like, I'm ready to sign on that line. I will give you $100 million to make that movie. So they're probably regretting it today.
Yeah, get off the drugs, people.
What's the real problem at those bikini coffee bars? Well, there's a new problem, and we need to investigate next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Greg Nog time.
What you doing there, Greg?
Oh, hey, Katie. I'm making my world famous Greg Nog.
Well, if it's so world famous, how come I don't know about it?
There's a lot you don't know about me. Like how I just ordered truckloads of our most popular items at Sweet Dreams.
You did what?
Shh.
Right now, save up to 70% on overstocks, clearance, and closeouts. In stock and ready to rock. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Watch the TJ and Riggins Show with new Carolina-specific content, deals, and more. Available to check out every weekday. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Starbucks is desperately trying to make you think that they're just your neighborhood coffee shop. That's what their CEO wants you to believe anyway. They said it's the way to get people back into Starbucks and turn around some problems they've had. They want you to look at Starbucks like it's just your neighborhood coffee store. When in reality, everybody knows Starbucks is this huge brand, a global brand. I don't know if that works. But your local coffee shop might be a bikini coffee shop. We've seen these places. They're like little huts in the middle of parking lots, and you pull up, and in the window, your barista will be a young woman in a bikini in various outfits.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty.
They have one on Landman that the crew that works out in the oil patch they go to every morning.
Really?
That's right. I knew I'd seen it somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's based in Texas?
Yeah.
I wonder if they really have those in Texas. That would be surprising to me. I picture Seattle and San Francisco.
I picture warm places because aren't you freezing?
True, good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that. There's a couple of the big ones. Pika Brew, Grab and Go, Cowgirls Espresso, Smoking Hot Espresso, Java Jigglers. I mean, there's a lot of these places.
Java Jig.
It's terrible.
But there's a new problem, whether you think it's unsavory or disgusting or not. And I didn't realize this is a thing. The women that work at the bikini coffee places often have to deal with guys rolling up to the window, not wearing pants.
Yeah.
And they end up having to call the police on them. And there's not really much they can do because the driver's already in the car and they're on the way out. So they call the police, make the report. But there are compilations of these videos now appearing online where dozens of guys are doing this. And imagine going to work and then having to be dealing with that like a lot. A guy coming up with no pants on when you're just trying to give him, iced Americano or something.
Again, what do they think they're going to accomplish?
Yeah.
By just riding in there with their pants off.
Are they trying to be funny or
No, I don't think so. It's some sort
probably the same thrill that a flasher gets. It used to be flashers.
Yeah, it's the modern day flasher, except it's corner because they're, drinking a Frappuccino or something.
But it looks like they're driving through so fat, like you're just saying, TJ, what are they getting from it?
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, it's 5 seconds.
She looked at me.
Weirdo.
Well, that one that Riggins just showed us looked like he wasn't expecting her to be videoing him coming through.
No.
Yeah, so that's why he went through so fast he didn't even get his coffee. He kept going.
Good point.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
Add TJRiggins.com to your phone's home screen. Open your phone's browser, type TJRiggins.com, and click the top banner to learn how to easily add to both iOS and Android phones. Everything is now on the homepage, TJRiggins.com.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team. tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Here's the new TJ and Jody's house that will be available at noon on all of our platforms. Podcast. It's sponsored by Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Beautiful furniture for your living room and bedroom. The most comfortable mattresses in the latest sleep technology. A team of professional designers, delivery services second to none, and much, much more. Go to tjriggins.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Furniture and mattress. Okay. There is a man in Kansas City, and he's trying to become a woman in Kansas City. So he went to have this procedure done to make his waist look smaller, where they remove ribs. Have y'all heard of that procedure?
No.
I have.
You actually remove several ribs to get more of that feminine small waist look.
Okay.
So they let him keep the ribs when they remove them. And now he plans to have a crown made of them.
You're kidding.
A crown.
Hey, what a creep.
Yeah, these crowns are made of my ribs.
Okay.
So just wearing human bones that I think if you want to have something to do with human bones, like wear them as jewelry or something, they have to be a certain age, right? Don't they have to be like hundreds of years old or something like that?
Yeah. They have to have a history and.
Yeah, the newer the ribs, the worse it is to use them for accessories of your outfit.
Yeah.
I think any bones are bad, but
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure in Kansas City there aren't many regular crowns, let alone many crowns made of human bones.
Yeah.
It's Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I wonder how they're going to do. Maybe they're going to grind them up into something else or something. I mean, I don't know.
I'd just like to not even think he's going to do this. What a weird.
But what got me to thinking is that if I could afford that procedure and it was going to make me have a thinner waist, I'd probably do it.
Oh, absolutely. But you wouldn't keep your ribs.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Well, maybe to season a pot of turnip greens or something.
Yeah, sure. There's my bones in there.
Gross.
Turkey necks and TJ ribs.
Yeah, I might auction them for charity, something like that.
I feel like that's the most extreme plastic surgery you can get. Yeah,
Removing ribs.
That's you're doing too much here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. $17,000 though is what it costs. That's not bad. It's not bad to remove ribs. I wouldn't think.
Oh, I don't know.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple team. tjriggins.com/Temple team.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
All guests of the TJ and Riggins Show stay at the Hyatt-centric South Park, Charlotte. Beautiful rooms paired with incredible dining options, all nestled perfectly in the beautiful South Park neighborhood of Charlotte. Book your stay online at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Mr. Riggins, did you see what Lindsay did yesterday? Her big activity that she was a part of?
No, I didn't.
She went to a full-fledged, highfalutin tea party.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tea party for kids, but yes.
But she was dressed to the nines and hanging out with her friends.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. You got
Yeah. The other adults were drinking tea. I was drinking cocktails, but but my daughter loved it. Now she wants a tea party for her 5th birthday, and I'm just like the china and all. She was into it. But so I gave her non-caffeinated tea. Obviously, she's 4. I turn around and she has another tea bag in her tea that says black English tea, whatever.
Which is the most caffeinated tea.
Thank you. And she's got the creamer and she's doing she knows how to do the whole thing now. And she's already drinking it. And I'm like, oh, gosh. So we leave and she's
bouncing.
And what time was that?
2 to 4. Yeah.
So no nap yesterday?
She took an early nap.
Okay.
Yeah, we were a little bit late to the tea.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, Mom, can I please have a tea party for my birthday?
Oh, that's really cute though. I mean, it's cute to see a little kid, a little girl doing that.
She put her pinky up. I'm like, oh, we're going down this road, aren't we? I know.
Man. And was it hot?
Hot tea. Yeah. Hot tea.
I mean, but was it well, I mean, it wasn't hot for little kids drinking it.
It was pretty hot, but the amount of creamer she put in there, it cooled it off. It was basically like she was drinking milk.
Man.
Hot milk.
When I was 4 years old in Winfield, Louisiana, and somebody said we were going to a tea party, I would have freaked out and not even known what they were talking about if they would have brought it out in mugs or cups.
Yeah, right.
Like tea is what you drink for at all meals.
Yeah.
Regular what normal people or other people call sweet tea. Mm-hmm. I was just for people in movies and stuff drinking hot tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody ever drank hot tea when I was growing up.
I don't like hot tea.
Yeah, a lot of them I do. I like the flavored ones, and then sometimes you can spirit them up real nicely.
Oh, now that I could get down with.
I am dying to know how much that costs to take, because I know these businesses. You see a lot of these places popping up. Was it expensive?
It was a party, a kids' party, so
okay.
we didn't pay. But I can assume, somebody was paying.
Yeah, it looked pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Did it look fancy?
Yeah, it's still up on her stories. Look at it.
Yeah.
I gotta go check that out.
And a lot of little girls there. It was a big party. Big party.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today.